So hello everyone, welcome to the channel. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to manage code cell in ArcPython for spatial analysis for our basic automation to research grid workflows. So now let's get started. So the code in the notebook is run in the cell here. So the order in which the cell have been run is indicated by the numbers besides the cell after they are run. The notebooks have tools to manage cell. So now we will explore these aspects of working with Python in the notebook. So to create a new cell here, first we're going to navigate to this option and I'm going to click this option to insert a new cell below. So in the empty cell, we're going to mention my list, which is equals to, and I'm going to use a square bracket, and I'm going to mention 1 comma 2 comma 3. Let me mention 3 and 4 and 5, and I'm going to use my square bracket. So in this code here, we defined a new variable called my list, and we set a values here starting from 1 to 5 here. 5 values, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So here the my list is a variable, is a list and is indicated by a square brackets here. So the list are the important data type in Python that consists of sequence of elements. In this case, those elements are numbers starting from 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. But the list can also contain other type of data. So in the list, the elements are separated by comma here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, which represents the element, which is separated by a comma. So in the next step, we're going to create a new empty cell here. So we're going to navigate to this option here and I'm going to click this option. So it's going to create a new empty cell. And here I'm going to enter my list, the variable, and with the square bracket, I'm going to mention -1 here. So here we mentioned the elements. The elements in the list are indexed. For example, so it has an index value. For example, 1 has an index value of 0, and the 2 has an index value of 1, and the 3 has an index value of 2. Likewise, the 5 has an index value of 4. So basically, you can obtain a specific element in the list by using their respective index number. So in this case, in this cell, I have mentioned as with the index number -1. So the index number -1 means the first element starting from the end of the list. In other words, the last element, which is 5. So ultimately, it's going to return us the 5 here. So we're going to run this and let us visualize the result. And right now we have our result here, so which is 5 here, you can able to see. So in case if you have faced any errors here without any reasons, make sure to run all this code once again and run this cell again. For example, we're going to run the cell, so which gave us 5 here, which is the last element in this list here. So similarly, in case I'm going to mention the index number 0, so it's going to give us in this particular the element here, which is 1. I'm going to run this, and right now you can able to see the output is 1. And similarly, I'm going to mention the index number to be 3. So the index number 3, it's going to represent the element 4 here, which is this particular one. So again, I'm going to run this and visualize the result, so which gave us a 4. And likewise, the -1 here, so it's going to indicate the last element of the list here. So basically the -1, which is going to give us the last element in the list. So I'm going to run this, which is going to give us the last element, which is 5. And in the next new cell here, I'm going to copy this particular list here, and I'm going to paste it here, and I'm going to add more elements to it. For example, I'm going to mention 6, 7 and 8. Right now our list has around 8 elements here. So similarly, I'm going to insert a new cell below, and I'm going to use a similar one, which is my list -1. And let us run this and visualize the result. Right now, it gave us a 5 as an output. So, but the last element in our list is 8, but instead it gave us a 5 here. So here the result is the number 5 here. Why isn't the number 8? So the code in a notebook is entered cell by cell. So any previous used variables are stored in the memory. So until you run the cell with the code that redefines my list variable, the value of my list is still the value stored in the memory, which is this particular one here, and the value at the position -1, it's going to represent the this particular value 5. So I'm gonna first select this particular my list, and I'm gonna run this, and after that I'm gonna select this particular one, and I'm gonna run this. And now we have our result, which is 8. It gave us the value 8 correctly. The last element is 8. So an alternative to running the individual cell is to select the multiple cell and run them together, or to run all the cells in the notebook by clicking the cell menu and selecting clicking run all. So that particular option is available here. I can able to see that run all cells. So I'm going to click that. So basically it's going to run all the cells in the notebook. So the next step is we're going to merge the cell below here. So that is this particular cell. So first I'm going to select this particular cell here, which is my list containing this 8 elements here. And now we're going to navigate to this option called open command palettes. So I'm going to click this option here. And here we have a lot of different options that are available here. So clear outputs of all cells, and about Jupyter notebook, and changing the heading 1. So we have a lot of different options that is available here. And in that we're going to specifically select this particular option called merge cell below. So I'm going to click this option, merge cell below. So, and also we can use this shortcut here, which is Control plus Shift plus M. So I'm going to merge, use this to select this particular one. So right now here I can able to see it merged the cell below here. And the result is a single cell with a combined line of codes. The result below cells have been removed. An empty line is added between the cells, between the lines of code from two merged cell. But you can edit the cell to remove it if you want. So now we're gonna run the merged cell here. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna use either this particular option, or I'm gonna use the control key plus enter. So it gave us the correct output here, which is 8. So the edit menu provides many other useful way to manipulate the cells in your notebook. You can copy and paste cell, or delete them, split and merge them, and move a selected cell up or down related to other cells. So within the cell here we have different options that is available. For example, this particular option, which creates a duplicate of the cell below, and this particular one moves the cell up, and this particular option moves the cell down, and this particular one here which inserts a cell above, and this particular one which inserts the cell below. And if you want to delete this cell, you can click this option to delete this particular cell. And some of the most widely used tools are available as a button on the notebook toolbar here. So this is the notebook toolbar. So starting with the first option is to save the notebook, and followed by the second option is to insert a cell below, and followed by the third option, which is to cut the selected cell, and next option is the copy the selected cell, and next is to paste the cell below, and next to run the cell, and the next option is to run all cells, and here to undo, and the next option is redo. And for example here I'm gonna insert new cell below, and in this particular option, which is select the cell type. So we have 3 different options here, starting with code, markdown and raw. So for example I'm gonna select code, which is the currently selected one. Markdown, so this is the markdown type, and next is a raw. So these are the different cell types here. I'm gonna select default code type. And right now more tools that is available in the open command palettes here. So I'm going to select this particular one. So here we have a lot of more tools that is available in the command palette tool here, the open command palette tool. So you can able to see these are the different tools that is available. So you can able to see the different tools that is available here. So you can go through all the tools which is available inside this particular option in the open command palette. So the starting with the first option here, which states that clear outputs of all cells here. So in this particular option, all codes will remain, but except the outputs will be removed. And the next is we're going to focus on inserting a new cell below here. So we have this option which states insert a new cell below. So before that, make sure that you select this particular cell here, and going to navigate the command open command palette. And in that, we're going to navigate to this option insert cell below. I'm going to click this. So it gave us a new empty cell below here. So right now, for example, we have navigated to this particular option here, and suppose I want to insert a new cell below here. I'm gonna click B in my keyboard. So right now it gave us a new empty cell here, so you can able to see. So we have to press B in your keyboard to insert a new cell below. So we're gonna delete this particular one. And right now we're going to navigate here. We have two cells, so we're going to delete one of them using this particular option called delete the cell. And similarly, I'm going to navigate to the command open command palette here, and we have other options. For example, so we have this option called run all above selected cell, run selected cell, and all below, and run all cells, run selected cells, and do not advance, run selected cell and insert below, and run selected cell. And likewise, we have this set of options here. You can go through these different options that is available in the ArcGIS notebook here. So to hide this command palette, we have to click on the empty space here, for example. So once you do that, it's gonna get hide. The open command palette gets hided itself on clicking on the empty spaces here. And last, make sure that you save this notebook here. And suppose if you want to close this particular notebook, you have to navigate to this option, and you have to press this crosshair button to close this new notebook here. And right now I'm not gonna close this, so I'm gonna save this. And in this video I have shown you how to manage the code cell in ArcPython for spatial analysis for our basic automation to research grade workflows. So thanks for watching, and make sure that you subscribe to our channel and give us a like.